Hello class, this is a pretty short video, but we want to talk about something called the death of ethos, pathos, and logos. So this is a worksheet that you're able to find on Canvas. So as you guys have been going through, I've obviously been really pushing you guys to write your thesis and make your argument really centered around the rhetorical triangle or elements from Soapstone, which you guys have really been leaning into, and that is great. But I've noticed, and this is the way that a lot of people seem to go when they're just starting out and writing their first couple theses for this class, is that someone will say the author uses ethos in their speech and so on and so on. Technically, that is fine to say, and I'm glad to see, like, oh, okay, this person says they're going to use ethos, this person understands what ethos is, that's fantastic, we like seeing that. However, part of the AP grading is a point for sophistication. So this is about like the control of your language and how good your argument sounds, basically. And when it comes down to it, to straight up say like the author uses pathos, it sounds a little bit heavy-handed. It sounds a little bit clunky. It doesn't sound as perfect or maybe as high academia as the AP wants you to use. So there is this handy little chart here, and obviously you're not going to be able to memorize all these, but for when you're doing practice, this is an extremely helpful guide to be able to look at the death of ethos, pathos, and logos, which is to say that instead of saying those words, because you will not get the points, you're not supposed to, you can say or get to the idea in a different way that still shows that you are showing me that you know what ethos is. You're just using a more creative way to say it. So if you, for example here, I really want to say ethos, but I know I can't, so instead I might say, the author demonstrates that they are a model of morality if this person is talking about morality, or making judgments about that by blank, blank, blank. So that would take the place, instead of saying the author is using ethos, to show that they should be able to talk about this, you use a phrase like this instead, and it comes across a lot cleaner in your paper and doesn't sound so kind of cobbled together as though you're just trying to go through the words. Obviously, like I said, this is a sophistication point, and while some of you maybe aren't quite there yet to worrying about that and more just worrying about your actual argument, it's still never too early to get into this practice. So if you look through this entire worksheet here is a really good helpful guide for you to be able to find some different ways to use those words in your paper, in your thesis, in your introduction, wherever you might use it. So at any assignments going forward, if I see someone just straight up say, oh, the author uses pathos here, I'm going to probably make a comment that says death of pathos. So that just means, hey, you need to be using a different phrase, either one that is straight pulled from here that's perfectly fine, or think of a different way to say it.